say that like that.
Hey man, hey, I'm a Ninja Turtles fan, okay? I will ooze wherever I like.
This one drink that's not even bad, you won't drink. And I'm confused. I am in anger.
Good for you guys. I don't watch a lot of movies. I go outside. Okay?
It's different, so they're different.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Too Many Words podcast. I am your host, Isaac William Joseph, and next to me is my best friend, Jordan Van Cleve. But of course, if you are watching on YouTube, you already noticed that two quality guests are with us today. We have Tasha and Ande Goodman. Andy, returning guest, super excited to have us help him out with promoting the new opening of his store in Merle Hay Mall. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Yeah, let's see. I have other things to say. Wait a second. Tasha.
Hi.
You have been a reoccurring commenter under the question of the week fancers. Mm-hmm. And now it's good to finally see you here.
Yeah.
And so as you guys know, if you guys are regular listeners of the podcast, we had Andy on about episode 70. Yeah, it's been a few months since then. But yeah, that was a grand old time. People have come up to me and said that it was a super interesting episode to have you on.
Why did they say it was interesting?
Well, it was in a conversation where someone was crediting us at asking the right questions to make people interesting, even though some listeners, they don't know anything about woodworking or maybe not previously had an interest, but in that hour we made what you do interesting.
Well, that was impressive because sometimes what I do is not interesting.
I mean, you got a lot of clever stuff on your stuff. So, we're going to be here to showcase it, and we're shooting here right in his brand new location. And it's not finalized, but what I'm looking at, it looks good, and we're really looking forward to us being here when the store is ready to open, and we're looking forward to you guys seeing the store when it's open and hard opening on April 1st. But that doesn't mean that you can come in. You can't come in a couple times beforehand. You got like the QuadCon and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But that's all stuff that's going to happen before you even see this, because I don't even know when we're going to release this. But
this episode will be coming out on the 30th.
All right.
30th.
So right before the grand opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day before, or 2 days before.
That's
2 days
right.
before.
Yeah, Andy and
I'm
I
trying to think of
discussed
some
that.
big joke because it's on April 1st.
Yeah.
Just close the door in their face.
Yeah. I don't know. Fools are allowed to shop here only.
Fools.
Only
Okay.
fools.
Only fools.
Only
Instead
fools.
of only fans, it's only
Yeah.
fools.
Only fools. But yeah, as for what this podcast episode is going to be as a whole, you're going to get our typical segments, as in like word of the week, announcements, what we learned, get them lips wet, side quests, fancers, meat and potatoes, and that's you. Are you excited?
Am I the meat or the potatoes?
You're both, and you're looking scrumptious right now.
Maybe you're the meat, she's the potatoes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not against that.
Yeah, in the way that she's described why she likes your type of man, you bring the meat, brother. Oh, sorry.
Another out of context with Ande Goodman.
Yeah. But yeah, Jordan, are you ready for the word of the week?
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting to prepare that, but that's okay.
He prepares the hot takes.
He does a good job at them,
That's
too.
the same
He
one.
does.
What?
He does. Hot takes is a segment that was
one.
Andy's idea.
Not that Andy, different Andy.
Yeah, Andrew's
Okay.
idea.
Okay,
Simon's
we got it.
Andrew
idea.
Syme, who is absent from today.
Yeah, because, I don't know, he hates us.
He's
He hates
0
us.
for 0 and like in meeting Andy. It's weird. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Maybe it's a me thing.
Maybe
You're
you're the same
repellent.
There
person.
can't be two Andys in the same podcast.
I don't know. I have a lot of friends that are Andys.
My dad's name is Andy.
And so we just, when they're, like,
This is not working out.
Why did you do that?
Having technical difficulty. Ooh.
I am going to hold this mic for the rest of the episode.
All right.
I am cool with that.
Anyways, the word of the week is
Retribution.
reticent. Reticent.
Let me see that.
Reticent.
Reticent.
Reticent. R-E-T-I-C-E-N-T. Heaping to yourself? Whoa. Dude, the K's look super weird in this font. This is stupid. Keeping to yourself, not likely to draw attention to yourself, uncommunicative. I am the most unreticent person of all time.
and I would think I'm very.
You're very reticent, yeah.
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 I would rather keep to myself.
Jordan, why are you trying to fix things? Sorry for the
Technical
loud
difficulties,
sounds.
as well as mall interference. It's our high quality podcast.
Top of the line podcast, yeah. This is gonna fall again. I just know it. I'm just gonna not touch it though. So even if it's covering my face, we're good. We're good.
All right.
But yeah.
It's not, though, just so you know. You can see your face pretty clearly.
All right. So bonus word of the week, because this is a special episode to help in the grand opening of Dwarven Workshop. Wood. Define wood, Andy.
A fibrous content that holds together and builds things.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, this is the expert. Yeah.
That would be the scientific term.
Have you met Andy? He's really good with wood.
I have met Andy.
Yeah, he's really charming.
He is pretty
Look at
darn
him
charming.
and his beautiful eyes matching his shirt. Yeah.
And the
Have you
scarf's just
have you
lovely.
noticed the eyes matching the shirt?
It is currently Friday, March 15th. It is 1:46 p.m. Today is
What's the star date?
Friday. I don't know what that is.
From Star Trek? Or Star
Oh,
Wars? Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek. I don't.
I don't know.
I have not watched Star Trek in a very long time.
So, fun fact, I am named after a character from Star Trek The Next Generation.
Really?
Yes. And my name was almost Trisha, but my mother worked with a gal named Trisha who she thought was not a nice lady. And so she named me Tasha.
My mom is named after one of the Charlie's Angels,
Nice.
Nice.
Sabrina.
Nice. You see, I completely understand why people would not name their children certain names because of awful people in their life. Like, I'm never going to name my kid Tyler. No offense to any Tyler that listens to us.
My
But there's
boss's
this
name is
one.
Tyler.
There's this one Tyler that I do not like in particular out there. He was never nice to me. That's why my kids will never be named Tyler. But in the first place, I've never desired the name Tyler. But like
T-Money.
I feel like it could be definitely honorable to name your kid whatever you like without thinking of that one person that you don't like, and bringing a positive light into that name because that is your child, you know. Like I've been so engulfed with the idea of naming my son Aiden Drake. We're still trying to talk my girlfriend into that one. But it's a name that I've thought of for about, I don't know, 7 years now. And I hate a few Drakes in my life, but I like the name Aiden Drake. It just rolls off the tongue. My Nana said it was a very powerful name as well. And so, you know, when she says that, it's Nana approved. You got to go with it, you know. With that said, do we have any more announcements besides the grand opening of, it's going to be called Dwarven Workshop here, right? Grand opening of Dwarven Workshop at the Merle Hay Mall. If you're a Des Moines local, you know what Merle Hay Mall is. You know where that is, okay? It's on Merle Hay Road.
We are right between Torrid and Lowry's.
Across the way from Rat's new location.
Yeah.
That should be
And just, you know, an eye shot from the little kids'
Honestly,
playground.
I think you're gonna get a lot of mutual customers.
I think so too.
Probably. And at least we'll have some good music. We gotta play like Red Fang and stuff. I'm on a hyperfixation of Red Fang right now.
Yeah.
They like D&D and they do like D&D metal sometimes.
Nice. Any other announcements?
I
Ryan?
don't have any other announcements. I was going to ask you if you had any.
Simon and Miranda are pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I get to lie about him. He's not around.
Oh,
It's not true.
Yeah, but like we get to freak people out for like 5 seconds right there, right?
No. You freaked me out for a second. I was about to be like, did he tell you this shit before he told me? I'm about to punch Simon in the face. But no.
Of course he'd tell me first. We're better friends. He touched me like that because he has warm palms and he knows it drives me crazy.
how warm are your palms?
He's got warm
feel your
palms.
palms? You do have very warm palms.
Yeah, isn't it freaky?
It's just my normal body temperature. I don't know.
Thermonuclear man.
There he
And
is
he also
again.
has very warm palms. And yeah,
And a warm heart.
and a warm heart.
Yeah. Look how jolly you look with that beard.
I don't like the word jolly.
You don't like jolly?
I love the word
Do you think it's
jolly.
associated with heavy?
No, I think it's associated with Santa Claus. And when I walk around at Christmas time with a beard on, people are like, "Oh, are you Santa?"
See,
You're too colored for that.
I'm actually, for this entire year of 2024, I'm not shaving. I want to be Santa.
You're not shaving all year?
Yeah.
As a deli man?
Yeah. I'm going to have to wear a beard net as
Yeah.
soon as they tell me to, but that's okay.
I used to be Santa at the Union Hall,
Really?
so I'd have to put a white beard over my beard. Or
Really? They didn't have you color it or anything?
no,
I'm just going to have to
I
color
mean, I guess
mine.
the white beard over the real beard is easier, but...
it was, and then I was half tired when I was doing it anyway.
All right.
So then kids would lift it up and be like, and I'd be like, it just hasn't fully changed yet.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's see.
Instagram followers?
Oh, yeah, we got to give those people a shout out.
Did we get it
keep
in your
on, we
one?
keep on getting stragglers from the live event that we did.
Yeah, if you don't know, we were at the Fleur Cinema and Cafe for their red carpet gala.
How'd that turn out?
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
We didn't have anybody that followed us already show up, which is a little
That's good though
disheartening.
too, but
But,
Was Esteban there?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
he was cool. I enjoyed
Esteban
that
is
podcast.
awesome. Yeah. I said on the live stream, I was like, hey, if they only ever give us Esteban as people to guest on the Fleur series, I'm fine with it. And so, let's see. I am so slow to the draw today. It's so awful. But, yeah. We had Akko Talks started following us on Instagram. Seems like a guy that does not know us in person in the slightest, but found us on the internet, thought we were pretty cool, and now we are only 2 followers away on Instagram from 150 followers.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not that this is relevant, but I had this realization yesterday that we have more subscribers on YouTube than we do followers on Instagram.
Yes.
And that did happen a while ago, but for that to happen after so long of having more followers on Instagram than YouTubers, I feel like this is pretty special, you know. We still are, we are still growing on Spotify, but not by much. We are at 74 on Spotify. And just to clear it up, I know earlier in the series we've said that we have 169 followers on Spotify. Spotify was acting weird and just gave us 100 followers one day and then took them all away after a week. And so, yeah, we once upon a time said we have 169 followers. But that was a glitch, as I suspected. But we're still growing on that platform. We're at 74 now. Yeet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Out of us.
So, I don't know. Other stuff, go watch movies at Fleur Cinema. Buy stuff here at the Merlehaim Mall that is wood. Listen to the Ice Cream
I guess-
Sunday podcast, but not more than this podcast.
I do have another announcement, actually. The Forest Road Brewery last name dropped, I believe, on the Cheesy episode. Friend from over the pond.
For Shroud.
They officially have a U.S. brewery
Yeah.
in California.
Are we going to do anything about that?
I entirely plan on getting some of their beer.
Cool.
We should talk to them about being their America sponsor.
So Cheesy works at a brewery called Forest Road Brewery. It's a brewery. I don't know.
Brewery?
It's a thing over there in the
Milwaukee
UK,
Brewers?
and we had been trying to talk Cheesy into getting us some of their beer for a long time now because I really wanted to try it.
But it's difficult to ship alcohol overseas.
Yes. So they did the next best thing and just get a new one over in America.
So they shipped
already.
to a store overseas instead.
Not just for us. Apparently, there were numerous people that were asking for their products over there. So,
Yes, expansion.
yes.
Expansion. But yeah, let's get right into it. Guys, what did we learn this week?
Who's going first? I guess I'll go
Okay.
first. So,
Yeah.
I am in college. I'm on my last semester of my associate's degree, and so it's spring break. I'm not supposed to be doing stuff, but they unlocked a couple weeks ahead, and I've been learning about compound interest. It's very boring. I don't like math, which is why I'm trying to get it done so I can not fail and graduate in May, hopefully.
Hey, that's all right.
Okay. Andy, what you learned this week?
I don't know necessarily this week, but putting this shop together, I've learned a lot, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't leave a lot of time to go read a book to learn anything. But I would say I've learned a lot putting the shop together, talk about, all the things you need to do, all the behind the scenes stuff. There's a lot
Your
more.
insurance stuff that you're getting done.
All that too. There's a lot of nitpicky things to figure out.
Yeah, they didn't really respect the space on their way out.
Yeah, it looks fine over here in the camera, but if you look at the ceiling, there's some holes there. We're going to keep your eyes down here.
Yeah.
Just
Anyways.
look at me. Just stay here.
But no, there's a lot of little things you learn to you gotta sign this paperwork to get all this arranged, and I don't know, just like I said, I haven't really gone out of my way to learn anything different this week. I usually do, but this week's been busy with other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that there's a lot of things that you gotta jump through hoops for getting a physical location for your business.
Yeah,
I envy you, but I don't in a lot of different.
that's what people keep saying. Oh, that's so exciting. I'm like, but I'm so nervous and everything else, and
Yeah. I mean, that'll be us one day.
Someday.
Once we have
One
enough
day, someday.
income to actually believe that we can get a
you guys are
location.
getting there though.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're getting popular. We're not on the basis of we're getting paid to be podcasters, but we're on the basis of being able to do cool stuff for free, Like, we're getting a lot of partners as of recent, and we're very blessed in that manner,
Yes, sir.
Did you learn anything this week?
Well, I have now downloaded a thing that teaches me something new.
Oh, so in the moment.
Yeah.
All right. Jordan's going to download an app for every segment that we have.
No, this is
Side quests. Okay, phone, tell me where I've been this last
I'm
week.
only going to use this when I actually don't have anything for the week. So
Dude,
it's gonna be-
if Sime was here, he'd be dogging you so hard right
Yeah, I
now.
know.
So hard.
But anyways,
Eventually, you're going to be controlled. You're going to have a little beep, and every time it does something, you're going to have to go pee. Another beep's going to make you go poop.
You're going to get an app that tells him how the drink is this week.
mid. Good morning and good night text messages activate the part of the brain responsible for happiness.
Really?
That's what this says.
Really? So you should text yourself, good night, so you're happy.
Set an
With
alarm that just says good morning.
so then you can be happy with yourself.
I just texted good morning to my girlfriend at 2 p.m.
That's great. I'm proud of you.
Yep. Something I learned this week. So the podcast on Instagram follows a lot of other podcasts, and that means the algorithm likes to feed me a lot of podcasts that like to get inspirational.
Inspirational.
All right, guys, I need y'all to participate with me and the listeners at home.
I am participating.
Look around the room and look for things that are brown. Don't tell me yet. Just look for
There's a
things that
lot
are
of brown things in this room.
Yeah, look for things that are brown. Now tell me, without looking, just look at me. Tell me what is blue in this room. You can't think of a lot of things that are blue in this room, huh?
Should we say, no, I know something blue in this room.
I'm sure. There's a couple things that are a little standoutish in this sea of brown, yes. But look for things that are blue in this room right now. Tell me if you find more things that are blue in this room. Stop looking at me, Jordan.
Stop. More things that are blue than.
Now look for things that are blue in this room, yeah.
Okay.
Do you find more things that are blue?
I guess, yeah, there are more things now. Now that I'm thinking about it.
And so,
But granted, I'll admit, when you said brown, I didn't look very hard because I didn't have to, so.
with that said, that is a small exercise to show that when you're looking for it, you'll find it. And when you're not looking for it, you're dismissing it. And so that can go into how you view your life, how you expect your day to go, stuff like that. Whatever narrative that you write for yourself mentally is the narrative that you're mentally gonna look for to have it be true.
Like self-fulfilling prophecies.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm out of shape. I'm a bad person. I am unsuccessful. You're going to find reasons why that is. But if you believe that you can get in shape or can be successful or can be a more positive human being, you're going to find reasons to do so. You know, you're going to take your destiny and make it true, because us as human beings, we want to take our thoughts and validate them with true actions.
I mean, that's true. I mean, that's been around for a while though too.
Yeah, it is.
People
Yeah.
forget it though too. I mean, if
It's good to remind them.
Motivation is like bathing. You got to do it every day.
Yeah.
Some people don't bathe every day. I do.
It's overrated.
I am one of those people that absolutely has to. Otherwise, I feel weird.
Yeah. Yeah, Jordan, I applaud him for how well his hygiene is, especially as a bigger man that can get really out of hand. But he takes care of it. Yeah. I have a fear of belly buttons. His is squeaky clean.
You have a fear of belly buttons.
They're weird.
Why?
You know, some people don't like feet.
Yeah, no,
Isaac
when I
go
was
with belly
locked up,
buttons.
this girl that I was locked up with had this insane fear of feet. And it was so
hilarious.
So we had to wear shoes when we were like inside, but we would freak her out by just taking our shoes off and like holding our toes near her, and she would be cowering in the corner.
That's Mason.
Mason, Sydney, a lot of Sydney's friends. I don't know. I don't know what it is. They all don't like feet.
To me. They're just feet.
I had a friend, he wanted to hide his belly button, so he gave himself a whole belly tattoo.
That's one way to do it.
What was the belly tattoo?
A Care Bear.
I mean, that's one way to hide a belly button, I guess.
Turned it all into one of the Care Bear's bellies.
You could probably also just shove a bunch of wood putty up there and see what happens.
That's how you get a yeast infection.
Probably. Oh, my goodness. All right, on to the next segment. What do we got?
We can do hot take, side quest, or get them lips wet.
Hot takes, sir.
Hot take. QR code menus are better than physical ones.
Yes.
No, boo.
I think
No.
the option needs
Wait,
to...
you mean like for restaurants?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Boo.
I think the option needs to be there so you can look before you go.
I think I think I'm with you on that one. There should be both.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if I go to a restaurant, don't tell me to get out my phone. I have 2 kids I'm trying to wrangle, and I don't have time to
One of
try to
them.
get out my phone without them screaming for Thomas the Train and all of the other things.
It's
and-
just so easy to just hand me a big plastic thing. I look at it. I don't want to look
But
at
it
your
saves the
half-assed
trees.
website. I don't want to look at your half-assed
We're wasting
website.
the trees with the power
Okay?
anyway.
If you're gonna have a QR code menu, don't let the website be bad.
Well, there's that
And
too.
a lot of times it's bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it takes forever to load, and just
Because you
give me a
got,
physical menu.
look at it like this. You got Wi-Fi is hard enough as it is. And so you got a building, you got a lot of people on their phones. It just
Sucking up the bandwidth out of it.
slows everything down.
All right. That was a pretty good one. Kind of all
Yeah.
agreed.
A lot of times we all agree.
There's been a lot.
That's why we all hang out.
I mean, a QR code's good though. I mean, they have their
QR
purpose.
codes are good.
Yeah, it has its purpose.
There's a
but-
QR code on my
Where's
business card.
Where's your keys?
What do you mean, where's my keys?
You got a QR code on your keys.
I do have a QR code on my keys.
What's that for?
Venmo.
It's to Venmo me.
It's the podcast Venmo actually, but
Is it on me? I know they're on me. Where? Oh yeah, they're in my
Other
overalls.
pocket.
I'm struggling.
you're struggling.
I'm struggling.
19 pockets.
There they
Yeah,
are.
it's hey, you want to give me
Okay.
some money? Yeah.
Hold it up to the camera so people can Venmo you.
Give me money. But yeah, the camera's definitely not gonna pick this up. But yeah. QR codes are nice, not for menus.
All right. Side quest or get them lips wet?
Get them lips wet.
Okay. Well, today I had to spur of the moment stop at Target.
Yes.
Right,
Looks
right
like
as
you
I
bought
got
us
here.
some apple juice.
No.
Oh.
Isaac, why don't you read us off what it is?
We got some bay.
Pass it
Bye.
It's buy.
It's
'Cause I only
buy.
know this because Justin
B-A-Y.
Timberlake did a commercial and it just went bye bye
Bye
bye.
bye bye.
This is-
Antioxidant infusion. Palavo pineapple mango. What is palavo?
I don't know.
I'm guessing it's the one in the back that's kind of sneaky.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That looks like a mango.
It
though.
is a mango, but
10 calories per bottle, 1 gram of sugar, no artificial sweeteners. This looks pretty healthy for you. Good job, Jordan.
Well, I only got it because, like, if I got a soda, you'd be like, why'd you get a soda?
Well, we have that sour soda that I was expecting you to
True.
drink, but it's fine.
Well, what's a palavo then? Because
Palavo is a place.
oh,
Oh, wow, this is shipped from Palavo, guys.
I
Wick.
googled Palavo. The only thing that's coming up is the volcano, Palavo, and then this drink.
All right, so we're gonna crack this thing open.
pick it up and hold it up to the mic.
This is not ASMR pleasing.
No, it's not.
Having
there
so
we go.
much trouble.
It
That's
smells pretty
sniff, sniff. Yep. I've smelled this from a billion other drinks. Yep.
sugary.
It definitely smells like pineapple.
Yep. Well, some immediate thoughts, friends?
good. Not a lot of flavor there.
Overwhelmingly pineapple.
I like it. I like pineapple though.
I like pineapple as well.
This being a health
I don't get
drink,
overwhelmingly pineapple. I get overwhelmingly water.
Well, I don't like pineapple too much, and so whenever I taste pineapple, I get overwhelmingly pineapple because I don't
That's-
particularly like pineapple.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. I mean, does it say anywhere that this is just flavored water?
Well, the number one ingredient is filtered water.
Yeah, that is true. That is.
The third ingredient is clarified pineapple juice concentrate.
Nice.
But it does have caffeine.
Does it?
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
I guess it has tea extract.
and
55 milligrams of caffeine.
On a basis of being flavored water, I'd say that this is
Antioxidant
quite
infusion.
excellent.
This does not, like, present itself as being a caffeinated beverage.
No, but people know they are. It.
I did not.
I didn't know that there was. Is caffeine bad for you, or is it just to keep you
Depends
out?
who you
it's-
are.
The poison is in the dose.
Yeah.
I mean, the more you have, the happier you'll be.
It is an addictive substance.
55 milligrams of caffeine, like a cup of green tea. Okay.
Yeah. So like
So
not
it's all from the tea.
a ton. It's not gonna give you the jitters. That's like half a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Imagine someone who's never had caffeine before in their life and just drinks this and dies.
I would like to meet that person.
Yeah, that'd be kind of hard because chocolate has caffeine in it. It's only like 10 or 11 grams, but I mean, eat a
I
chocolate
guess
bar, you have some.
my
caffeine.
son will be a science experiment.
I would like to meet the person who's never had caffeine at the age of 20.
Dude, they must be so mellow. You know?
Caffeine actually mellows me out instead of hypers up.
Really?
It's because it's a stimulant and you're neurospicy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, for people with like ADHD and autism and other, kind of brain stuff, stimulants generally have the opposite effect. So that's why, like, you give a kid with ADHD Ritalin, which is diet meth,
Okay.
and it mellows them out because it has the opposite effect.
All right. That's awesome.
Diet meth.
Yeah.
Ritalin's really,
Like
really
that.
bad for you.
I think I used to be on that.
It does things to your brain, especially when they don't do enough, because they eventually step it up.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like a lot of you get a tolerance for it.
So then they put you on like 8 other doses of Ritalin, and then
just
they're
give
like,
you
"Why is
more."
it not working?" And then, do you remember the last 2 days? No.
I got a lot done though.
Yeah,
No,
I
I-
used to be on all the drugs for my ADHD.
They used to black me out. My dad eventually was like, "You're done."
What? I went to school?
Well, I was at his house for a couple weeks, and then he's like, "Do you remember seeing? Wouldn't you pick me up?"
Wow.
Yeah, that's great drugs.
All right, out of 10, what are we ranking this?
This was kind of a tricky one for me because I really do like pineapple. Not a big fan of mango, but I'll still drink it.
I give this a 6.8. I enjoyed this. I don't see myself getting it again, though.
Do we have to do the points?
No.
No.
You can, out of 10, whatever you want.
I would give it a 6. Like if I was thirsty and I wanted something sweet, but didn't want to drink like a caffeine drink, like a soda, sugar, all that, I would get it.
Okay.
So maybe a 6 or 7.
To be honest, I don't really like this. I'm going to say a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also gonna say a 4. Like, dislike for pineapple aside, if I was in the grocery store, this is not what I would buy.
Yeah, I'm probably not getting this. Sorry, bye. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll finish it though, because you gotta
Don't be wasteful.
remain hydrated.
Yeah.
Hydration
That
is
too.
important.
Yeah, Tasha's taking a run after this.
I'm gonna try to.
She is the slow goth runner that comments on all of our content.
I am indeed guilty.
So, yeah.
All right. So we got side quests, fanciers, or meat and potatoes.
We got side quests.
Okay. Well, what's been going on?
Tasha, I would like to have you take this opportunity for us to learn more about you.
Okay.
How long you been a goth person?
About 5 years. I mean, I've always really appreciated kind of the goth look and the goth culture, and I definitely had my awkward teenage years where I did my makeup very poorly. I got really into it though. I think 2018, 2019. It was 2018 because it was right after Rob and I made some choices. Anyway, I won't go into that. And I've been running for about 10 years. I do that quite a bit. So it's my two main personality traits is being goth and being a runner. So
What about the slow?
I am very slow.
Okay.
Back when I used to be fast, I didn't train very much, and so after having kids, I lost a lot of my fitness. But I'm got commitment to the bit. Usually, right now, I'm trying to get faster. My easy mile times is 12 minutes 30 seconds a mile.
Nice.
Slow is a long run, about 13-minute miles, and then fast ones, if I'm doing a speed workout, 10:50 a mile. So.
Nice. Yeah, I have not ran a mile and marked my time in a minute, but I think on average I did 8 to 9 minutes.
The only recorded thing regarding miles that I ever remember about my life is that in middle school, I ran a half mile in 7 minutes and 40 seconds.
Nice.
Oh, there's a track day here. You want to go time a mile after this?
No, thank you.
Oh.
I'm in overalls.
I mean, I run in these fishnets, so
That is true, but those are breathable.
that's true.
Yeah, that might be almost recommended.
I do want to bring up something. When you guys were out getting the chairs, we were looking at the ceiling. Just so you know, you guys got a lot of free money up there.
Is that?
Yeah.
There's pennies and stuff up
Yeah,
there.
make your first
Okay.
down payment on the lease with a.
There's also a Cheez-It.
There's also a Cheez-It. There's
Don't
probably a
tell
lot
Paula.
of dust bunnies.
I don't know that I want that Cheez-It.
I don't think I'd want it
We
either.
could take it
but
to a museum.
There's definitely some coins up there.
It's definitely got some stories to tell.
Well, I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
If Cheez-Its could talk like the commercials.
It would tell how many middle schoolers stole shoes from the Journeys store
They
that
used
was
to
here.
be here, yeah.
Are you
But,
gonna keep some of these aesthetic items?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Just simply because we don't want to mess with moving them.
Okay.
Well, plus they're
I mean, I know a certain podcaster that might think of something to do with them. I don't know.
I can't think of a podcaster that would want to do anything with them.
I mean, there's no room for what we're doing in our basement, but maybe for our first off base location.
I don't know. I think it works.
I think it does. I think it'll help.
Yeah. So speaking of side quests, Andy, how often do you picture us recording here, logistically?
We could make it a thing.
We can make it a thing.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking about like with all the sponsors that let us record in other places. Plus, also, big statement: we are not sellouts. My mother doesn't want us recording in the basement much longer, and so before we can afford a permanent new studio location, we will take all the friends that let us record in their spots as much as they want. So if you own a small business or own an off-site location and you're like, I want the Too Many Words podcast to record there, send us a text. Send us an email, skullstoneint.com or at gmail.com, okay?
Or
Maybe we can make it a
Podcast
thing
at
where,
gmail.com.
you guys come here and then bring a guest, too.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is I name all these off-site locations a series, like On the Floor. What's on the floor this week? Drive-Away Dolls. Guys,
I want to see that movie because I thoroughly enjoyed last week's podcast where Esteban and you guys were talking about
That
it.
was-
And
That was an experience.
do you think he would watch it?
I think he would be very shocked with it
It's
because
very shocking.
It is very shocking.
We're not...
What was the premise of it?
apparently the ads were like, this is an action movie or something, and then it was pretty much just porn.
Oh.
Yeah. So, not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
Not a family movie
I
night.
told my nana to watch the first 2/3 of the podcast. Let's just say that. It's not a very nana-friendly movie. But, it was a fun, goofy movie that I'm fine with only ever seeing once. But yeah, I will say it's...
I like more...
It's fun.
The Hot Takes episode is what comes out this weekend, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I like more movies that are more Firefly.
Nerdy.
Like the
geek.
TV show Firefly?
Well, the movie was Serenity.
Oh, okay.
So the Firefly came out, and then it was Serenity was the movie to make all the fans happy,
Okay.
and they weren't going to finish it because it was really... Anyway, I like movies more like that. Like, I went and saw Dune the other day. Me and my brother went for my birthday. That was kind of fun.
Nice. What'd you think of that movie?
I liked it.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen the first one.
So, I like the Dune.
Apparently Elvis is a bad guy.
I like the movie because it completes itself. It's not like you have to watch the first one, you have to watch the second one. You could watch them intermittently, and they'd be their own movie.
Okay.
Really?
Nice. I respect series that are like that.
I do too, and you don't see it very often. They leave it. I mean, it's left so it can be, like, it adds into that there's going to be more because there's we had a long talk about it. There's lots of books that go in, and they haven't even finished the first book yet.
Wow.
Okay.
So, with that, it's.
But it doesn't have a lot of like inside jokes or callbacks. I mean, obviously it's like a comedy movie, but
No, if you were to watch the second one alone, you would there'd be like.
you wouldn't be super lost.
No.
Of like,
It
oh,
would be
why is
like-
this person this thing? Wait, why is
Right.
this person doing that?
Interesting.
So, do you picture us coming here regularly?
That would be great.
Sure.
How
yeah.
regularly?
I mean, are you one to do a weekly thing? Besides the places you go, other places?
Well, I mean, we could add it to like.
I can't imagine us being here every week.
We could make it where you guys come in and do that if you wanted.
We could definitely be here like
Once a month?
Once a month.
Okay.
I mean, we could add it into a rotation. We could do like a.
Sure.
We could do like a whole thing. We could do once a month where we do a just us episode. We could do once a month where we do a guest episode. We could do once a month where we do.
And if you guys need it, we
Do
can
a
always do it
workshop.
where I'm not, we could work something
Yeah.
out.
Right.
Okay.
So you're not always in your mother's basement
Yeah.
with the interruptions of people.
So,
Nephews and dogs and unfortunately
your mom let know
not
dinner's
cats
done.
anymore.
okay. I'd love to see how the
inviting,
decoration.
and not inviting the guest up for dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. So what would we call this series? I'm thinking of all the wood jokes that I make.
Getting wood with Ande Goodman.
That just sounds wrong.
That's the point.
I
That
thought
sounds so
I
nice
thought
to
of
me.
something else that
That sounds like whatever that Dolls movie is.
Working that wood.
Working that wood, I like it.
no.
Working with wood. Just
Well, are we
wood.
working?
Wood spelled with a
Working
U.
in the same vicinity as wood?
Too Many Wood podcast.
Lots of wood.
No,
Lots of wood.
You're gonna get the wrong audience with that.
Yeah. Too many wood. Wouldn't that be like a forest or a lumber yard? Admiral Lumberyard.
At the
Too many words podcast.
I was gonna make
your
a-
Nana's not gonna watch it.
No.
I was gonna make the joke like, wouldn't you like to know?
Oh wow.
Didn't you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I get you. I follow it.
Dude, I thought of a second title for like this being a sub-series to the Too Many Words podcast.
There we go.
But like, I would really love to see how the decor, the decks, would pan out.
I eagerly await to see what this place is gonna look like when you got everything set up.
Because this might be a big ask, but depending on what you got out front, I'm thinking of some vinyl that says our logo, and it says home of the Too Many Words podcast.
Okay.
If you're
That's a big ask, and I very much understand.
We can work something out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hopefully we just bring traffic to you guys. That's like the big goal here, you know. And while at the same time
maybe something like as seen on the
bringing
Too Many
joy
Words
to our
podcast.
audience, because you know we're not going to forget.
You know, get
How
that
we
laser.
started.
You just make a sign that says "As seen on the Too Many Words podcast."
There you go.
Yeah.
Easily make that.
Yeah. Scratch our back, we scratch yours. Problem is Jordan's back is on his butt, so you're going to have to get down and dirty with him.
Wow.
It's not true, but my back is very hairy. All right. Fancers.
Working title, working schedule. Yeah. We might be doing a backlog here because we've discussed maybe doing a month's worth of episodes in April so we can get May off, because March has been just so hectic.
Well, I was thinking about that. With recording today and then recording again on Monday, we could just release another backlog for the week after that, and we'd essentially have 3 weeks off.
True. And
Would you
that's
be
all we
okay with
can
that?
get off because of Fleur.
Yeah.
Well, and then if you could figure out how to meet, you know, and not post it, you know, if you could do.
We could schedule posts too, you know.
Well, but I mean, if you could figure out how to do like
No, I guess
2 at a time.
25th is.
I mean, that's what
our
Ice Cream
recording,
Sunday
so-
podcast does.
If you could do 2 at a time, then you'd be ahead of the game and have it ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
It's
we currently have 2 backlog episodes.
yeah.
And-
Yep.
and-
Those are in store for whenever we just don't. We can't get together sometimes.
Yeah.
But
You know, when people oversleep or, you know.
yeah. Andy on Andy.
Action.
Yeah,
Yep. Andy
yeah.
on Andy action right there. Yep.
But yeah. Uh,
Next would be
Neat.
Fancers.
oh yeah. Fancers. We got a few answers for this one.
I don't think I commented on fans.
I almost did a
It
bonus.
is technically a little early, but you know, it's
I almost did a bonus. Fancers.
throw me a
question.
freaking bonus.
I almost did a bonus question for my friends. Who's more famous, Beyonce or Kim Kardashian?
I am curious. What do you guys actually think about
Who
that?
is factually more famous? Not someone that you like more, or you think their
I'm
morals
thinking-
are more aligned,
I'm
or
thinking
anything like that.
Internationally, probably Kardashians.
You think so?
I don't know. I feel like Beyonce is.
I'm Team
because
Beyonce.
Beyonce is very multi-talented. I think,
Yeah.
and I can say this because Kris Jenner said it, or not Kris Jenner. I forget who it was who said it, but it's like based on how the Kardashians, at least Kim Kardashian, how her career started. She's done quite a bit with it, whereas Beyonce is like she's talented.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking the Kardashians are, sorry,
You're cool.
are more international though. Not.
See, I think it is a really good debate because music is universal. Like, yes, there are songs that are only in English.
Well, yeah.
And it's not very often you get the Spanish version of your favorite song, you know.
I listen to a lot of international anime music.
Well, that's a different ballgame. We're a melting pot. But like, if you get big in like music, that means you're also big in Europe. You're big in Australia. You're big in other.
That's
just
not
any
entirely true,
location
but
where they understand the
If you were
language
the
that you're speaking.
Beatles,
There's a lot of artists that are like huge, like #1 artists in Europe, but no
Not-
one in America knows them.
right? That's what I was meaning, though. Like look at the Beatles. They were international because they traveled international.
Yeah.
And does Beyonce travel?
Does Beyonce
Yes.
travel?
Beyonce has
I'd like
done
to think she's
lots
done
of
some world tours.
I mean, she was super famous when I was a kid.
When
Yeah.
you were a kid, I guess.
Well, yeah,
she was
Beyonce and
famous.
Jay-Z, they've been
Like
around
in
for a
the,
long
you know,
time.
Destiny's Child in the 90s, kind of Y2K.
I guess, yeah.
Because that's where Beyonce started, was
Yeah,
Destiny.
they've
I knew
had-
about Destiny's Child,
Having
but that
her
was
still
before
around,
that.
I mean, but
They've had careers older than us.
Yeah.
just having them around still doesn't make them famous. Just means they're still
That's
active.
And Beyonce just put out a new song.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Take it or
she's
leave it.
But
And
at
her
the-
daughter's doing stuff too. Her and Jay-Z's daughter is like a dancer and stuff.
Yeah, at the same time, you have Kim Kardashian, and Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That's, I guess, available
that show went on
anywhere.
for 12 years,
I don't know.
13.
I have not seen a single episode.
Yeah, I mean it's so there was the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and then now they have just the Kardashians. Like it's like a spin-off, but it's essentially the same thing. And then they have their various brand deals. Each one of them has like 2 or 3 products that they have.
Yep. Kim K has Skims, and that's blowing up right now.
What's a skim?
It's
It's-
shapewear.
Yeah, it is like it's like Spanx. Skims is very special because they have pointy nipples on purpose.
I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah,
That's not a new thing. They
I'd
had
like
a-
to see
a
how I
blog
look
in
in
the
a
90s.
pair of
That
Skims.
reminds me of a Fifth Element outfit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the Fifth Element. That was a
Yeah,
good
but you
I
could
also
see how
love the Fifth
that could
Element.
be a Fifth Element outfit. Like
Yeah, get creative with it.
I think the guy who had the mic with the hair and all the stuff, I could see him
Ruby
wearing
Rod.
it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Are you guys big cosplayers?
I am not. I just kind of like dress up and not any particular character. I know you do a Doctor Who cosplay sometimes.
Well, I do like the aspect of not being any particular character. Maybe you're going for a vibe. What are you going for?
Like
I
extra
drove a
goth.
car called
Extra goth.
Extra goth. So you don't have my like casual goth
Double
look.
goth.
The black lipstick, kind of the dark clothing,
Okay.
the
Goth
fishnets.
squared?
But then sometimes I'll put on like a corset. I'll put on a lot of different jewelry. I mean like my
Have you ever gone something historically accurate in any of these Renaissance things?
I do have a Renaissance dress, but it is black.
Nice. See, I want to go to a Renaissance, but I want to go hard with what I'm wearing. And I've had my eye on this.
How much
on
money
this-
do you have? 'Cause
Not a lot.
then
None.
you're gonna not get historically accurate.
I know.
Well, start saving
I know.
up here because in a couple weeks here at Merle Hay, they are having the Bohemian Arts Festival, which is
Yep.
not a Renaissance fair.
Not.
But it does have a very much a Renaissance fair vibe.
They'll have
Is it the Band of Iron Lions or is it
believe-
the Brotherhood of Steel? There's like 2 kind of sword
Solo?
fighting people groups in the Des Moines metro area, and so we're gonna have one of them here, sword fighting, and in the middle of the mall. Will there be blood? I don't quite know. Remains to be seen.
So ever since I was like 18 or 19, I have been obsessed with Viking culture. And I've had my eyes on this Viking gear that is made on Etsy. Shout out to Sokol Workshop, Sokol or Kal. I think it's Kol. Sokol Workshop. They make these super high quality Viking uniforms. And there's ones that are out of the Assassin's Creed Viking video game. There's ones that are a lot of homages to the Vikings series. Have you guys watched Vikings,
I have
the TV
not.
show?
I unfortunately don't ever have time to watch TV because I have children.
I
Relatable.
almost
Not
never
relatable,
watch
like-
TV. This is probably the only series that I've watched as an adult from front to back. It's 6 seasons. When you have a story that goes for 6 seasons, and you have a main character that has 5 sons, and you love 4 of those sons for completely different reasons, and they almost have nothing to do with each other at the end of the series, but you still love them all for different reasons. That is high quality character arc writing.
Nice.
And that is something that I, as a writer, appreciate tenfold. I very much recommend it for you and you and you and everyone listening. But
They
yeah,
also have a spin-off now.
yeah, they have a new Vikings show that is on Netflix.
Sequel
I don't
series.
know if it's successful. I have not watched it yet. Ergo, I don't watch television very much.
Was that the one where? Because there was a couple different.
I think it's
Vikings-
called Vikings Valhalla.
There was a couple different Vikings shows for a minute. There was the one where he meets the Christian culture.
I think that's Vikings Valhalla. Yeah, because it takes place like 100 years later from the original series, and it's this big issue of Christian Vikings getting along with pagan Vikings, and I think it's a really cool angle. And that's why I like Vikings so much, and that's why I feel not guilty liking Vikings so much, because there are Christian Vikings, but like, you know, when I get this tattoo of a Viking boat, my dad's like, well, I don't know about that one, you know. And I'm like, Dad, there's Christian Vikings, you know.
Yeah, Vikings Valhalla.
Are you pro tattoos?
I'm not against them.
Okay. You don't have any?
No.
You want any?
Yeah.
Want me to give you one?
Give you one?
Yeah.
You don't
You want one of mine?
cut it out. Just
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
slap it on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like Ed Gein, this crap.
And wait, is he gonna get swim or is he gonna get sink or?
I think
is
it's
he gonna get
you
the
gotta do
little
both
star
or neither.
here?
Yeah. Yeah, we can start small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Get an ink pen and a safety pen, and I'll give you one later.
But yeah, these high quality Viking uniforms are at least $1,000. Most often over $2,000.
You can start small. There's a Viking group that's part of the Ren Fair, and you can go see what they do. They usually get furs and outfits, and they have Viking tents.
Yeah, and just
Nice.
piece it up a little bit.
I used to
Start-
dress up. I used to call it the dollar store Viking because I would wear
I'm gonna
a little
find the
rain
photo.
poncho inside out, and I found this little this fur jacket that's like for an elementary school girl at Goodwill. I put that over my shoulders. It was perfect. And then I had my friend's girlfriend black out my eyes with their makeup.
All right, I gotta see this.
This was at the time I had a mohawk, and yeah, it was great.
looking for it.
It was great. While Jordan's looking for that,
Now yeah. I'm
Really
it
intrigued.
was,
curious.
dude, this was like second half of the pandemic, 2020, late 2020, early 2021 ish. I was going full crazy. I was going crazy. I had a blue mohawk. I colored it blue. I was just going nuts. I dressed up as that, went to Hy-Vee where he worked, and my friend was recording me behind me. And he would come up to me and tell me how people would react. And apparently there was like this little girl in the shopping cart. He's like, Daddy, that man's scary. And I'm like, oh no. But yeah, enough about me. I want to talk about the meat and potatoes, which is Dwarven Workshop, new location, Mulhay Mall. Be there, across the way from
Lots
Rats,
of smacking.
earshot away from the play place next to Annie Ann Pretzels. Okay, grab a pretzel because that smacks. Okay, and then come over here.
Five Guys is coming over here too.
Really?
Yeah, that's
That'll
what they're
help
doing
you
in
guys.
where
That'll
the
really
Express
help you
used
guys.
to be.
Right there in the front entranceway.
Merle
Nice.
Hay Mall is making that comeback, and
It's
it's
trying.
I really hope they will. I really hope
It's
so.
really trying, which is
I think they will.
There have been, before QuadCon started coming here, it really was heading into a direction that reminded me of Southridge. You know about Southridge?
Oh, I remember Southridge.
The heyday of Southridge is so sad to look back at when you look at Southridge today.
Southbridge was good when they had they used to have a
Carousel in there.
well, not only that, but
Yeah.
they used to have a concert hall on Sundays.
Really?
Yeah, they would do. It was a Christian venue,
Wow.
which would intrigue you. It was a lot more like 1,000 Foot Crutch came there.
ooh,
Yeah,
I saw them at Winter Jam. once.
30th
They were great.
Parallel, Project A6.
Really?
Yeah. So
That
would,
is so cool.
And then some of the people would walk around the mall in their punk outfits, and so the mall was like, "We can't have that." Well, look what happened,
Yeah.
But no, they took over the old movie theater that was connected to the mall, and so they would play the with the slanted floors and mosh pits and all. That's been a bit since that was open, but it was great when it was open. It gave people a place to go too, with a community and everything else. And
Yeah. And now, mostly why people go there is because there's a DMAC on the side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are those stores that are on the outside, but
Yeah,
I
like
mean-
Route 21 and Target and
yeah,
stuff like that.
I think there's a GNC.
What went into where Toys R Us was?
I don't remember.
Most of the Toys R Us's are Spirit Halloweens around October.
Well, the one over there on West Des Moines is a.
Well, it was a Halloween Express, which is like the crappier version of Spirit Halloween.
I remember Halloween Express.
Then
oh
it
my
became a
gosh.
furniture, like a wicker furniture place.
I thought it was a thrift store.
Maybe it's a wicker furniture thrift store.
It's weird how we started talking about this when I was just introing Andy's stuff. We got an assortment of things on the table from Andy himself. Some of it's handcrafted, some of it's done by, just him working with tools very well. And, you guys saw the custom dice box that we had. That was pretty freaking awesome. And
It's
so,
set now, so I mean.
yeah, it's in the background of our studio with the popcorn buckets and stuff like that. You know what? We ought to use them tonight. We're playing D&D tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I am Shazam in D&D. Right?
Kinda.
Kinda.
We're working it out, but yeah.
Yeah, we're working it out.
You get to yell
I-
Shazam every time you want to use your powers.
No, he gets to pick.
I wanted him to, but he didn't like that.
Yeah, I'll tell you after we get into your
Okay.
products.
Okay.
Starting with item numero uno. What do we got?
I got a
It's a
bowl.
bowl.
Not that. I got a wooden bowl.
So what's the purpose of this bowl specifically?
Decoration.
Decoration?
I do like that.
I like that because you could throw a bunch of your dice in there.
Well, that or potpourri or
Yeah.
Keys.
Your bills
Keys.
that you're not paying.
That is like a perfect key.
wallet.
Yeah. Keys,
Yeah.
wallet, yeah. I like that a lot.
Boom. Wow. What do you know?
Perfect for your Venmo.
Yeah.
Let's see. You could put your fruits and veggies in it. You could put. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, you could do a little bit of
I
fruit
could do
bowl
the
right there.
Fruit bowl right there in the center.
Like
center
some
of the
grapes and
dining table.
apples. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. This guy makes products that do it all, folks. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you available online too?
Yeah.
Do you have an online store? Yeah.
Yes.
He mentioned that last
I think
time.
so. Yeah, I think you did. Just reminding the folks at home and myself because I'm stupid.
Me too. Don't worry.
It's also very smooth. Can I touch it some more?
You sure can.
I did find a video of
I'm
Isaac
glad you
in
like
his,
Just
in his
listen.
costume.
I'm glad you like touching my wood.
I'm gonna show this
Oh,
off
it's
to
a-
you.
Oh yeah, the
Video?
dollar store Viking.
It's a fairly long video, so
It's just me chopping down that little
the old couch.
the old couch. Yeah, they were retiring that couch, and I had an axe that Jordan gave me. And
paint too.
yeah, I spray painted it. What did I spray paint on it?
Like an axe or something.
We're gonna just fast forward.
2020.
Oh yeah, I'm breaking down 2020. We beat 2020, you know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was the dollar store Viking, little cape and cowl right
Oh,
there.
happy 4 years to 2 weeks to flatten the curve, by the way.
Yeah.
That was 4 years ago.
Yeah,
What?
I remember during the pandemic, and my girlfriend at the time, she's like, I just read an article that we'll probably be dealing with the pandemic until 2022. And I'm like, oh no, that is so long. And here we are. I got COVID last summer, you know.
But you lived, so we're good.
Yeah, I did live. Yeah. Yeah, COVID's become like less and less deadly. It's almost like a
Common
get your
cold.
flu shot, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, what's next on the Andy's items Dwarven Workshop
These
list?
items.
We'll go with a Mothman.
Yes. So,
Mothman.
Too Many Words podcast has invested as well in one of these bottle openers. I have Mjolnir as mine, Thor's hammer. And what is Mothman? I don't think I'm
He's
aware.
part moth, part man.
Bug on it.
All right, that's
Well, he is a
good
bug.
enough for me. Yeah, moths attract other bugs. Yeah.
So Mothman is a cryptid.
Okay.
He is the cryptid. Have you seen the Mothman statue in, I think it's West Virginia where he's from?
It's West Virginia.
Yes. It is a wonderful statue, and somebody put a tramp stamp on it the other day.
Yeah. Mothman's actually received a bit of attention fairly recently, I think.
Well, there's these like new emerging theories that Mothman as a cryptid had like other sightings in like Chernobyl, and that he's like an omen of death and stuff.
Really?
Interesting.
And so he's not just local to, he is local to West Virginia, that's where he was popularized, but that there were other instances of Mothman-like creatures in other places.
He's like Loch Ness or Bigfoot.
I'm a big video game player. I played Fallout. They made Fallout
You
76
play video games?
set in West Virginia, and Mothman is a creature that you can encounter in that. He kind of just stalks you,
Cool.
and you just see these giant, beady red eyes. And
Yeah. But he does not only have Mothman designs, he's got all kinds of designs. Name a handful of designs that you do for these bottle openers.
Let's see. I've got an American flag one.
You have a Sasquatch one. You have a couple different anime ones. You have the old Mjolnir style. You have cute Chewbacca and R2-D2. You have a tractor.
My tractor's sexy.
You have
Yeah.
Spaceballs, the bottle opener.
Yeah.
that's the one I was thinking.
He's
I was
got
like, there was a
Spaceballs,
newer
Dice
one.
Box, Spaceballs, the
Coaster.
you're better at it.
Spaceballs the clipboard. Spaceballs the wall sign.
Spaceballs, the key
See,
holder.
it's just so perfect.
It just
It works. It
And then if
works.
you just put it everywhere,
Yeah.
merchandise.
Yeah.
Merchandising. Now, we also do custom design. So you could send us a design, and we will get it on a bottle opener for you.
Yeah.
beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Wonderful. What's so cool about it is that they're magnetized as well. So if you want to crack open a cap and keep it on there for the aesthetic, it will do that. It's really cool. I've got about 4 to 5 bottle caps on my little board sitting at home right now. Yeah.
We use it like on the podcast.
They're great
we
when
use
you're
it on
having
the
a bad
podcast.
day. Root beer floats filled the bad spots. It just fills them all in.
Yeah,
That's what I tell people because I don't drink, and so
Yeah.
not really.
He
But,
also does not drink.
Yeah. Power.
people are like, well, what do I do it with it? And I was like, open a root beer.
Yeah.
Make a root beer
exactly.
float. And
CEO's Dad's famous root beer. They have some really nice glass bottles. I like Sioux City root beer.
And there's a
Another really
bunch
good
of sodas that come in glass bottles that they have at Menards. They have a bunch of different flavors.
Yeah.
Pepsi. You can get Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Coke.
Go
They
to Mexico and get a Coca-Cola out of a glass bottle.
Taste much better.
The real King.
We
Coke.
sell Mexican Coke at Hy-Vee, and I think it's just regular glass bottle Coke.
All right, let's see
I
that.
don't think it's actually Mexican Coke, because I know that's different.
Yeah, let's get them dice boxes. Stars, Trek, and War. That's just what stars be doing these
Yeah,
days.
they do. They
They be trekking and they be warring.
Shake it, shake it.
Yeah.
I like those yellow dice. They make me think of
Wait,
like,
what? There's yellow dice?
There are yellow dice.
They make me think of like lemon bars.
Lemon bars.
You don't eat them.
They, I,
want
don't know.
to,
I'm
though.
thinking.
There has been dice
They look so
that look
tasty.
so good.
They make
Are you
them,
kidding
They
me?
make them in gummies so people can joke
Yeah.
out and eat them.
I've seen them. I've seen the mac and cheese dice. I've seen the cheese dice. I've seen SpaghettiOs dice.
Ew, I've seen that
It's-
too. So gross.
I have a set of dice that was made by a gal. She was actually on the Ice Cream Sunday podcast a few weeks back.
Nice.
Abby Warner.
Oh.
She made me. A friend of mine had some dice commissioned, and they have bird bones in them.
That's cool.
They're terrible because the bird bones weight them. But I love them, and I will still use
I didn't
them
think
every
about
single
that.
time because I think that's cool that they have a bird birds.
All right, what's the next dice box?
This one says the adventure's bigger on the inside.
The Adventures? Oh.
TARDIS.
Hand it
It's
over
a
again.
common thing people say about the TARDIS.
You get a Vanna White this.
bigger on the inside.
It's like people really be out there living your dreams. Vanna White's job is to wear pretty dresses and touch a screen.
Yeah.
Living her best life.
Yeah, she doesn't even do anything when she touches the screen. It's all computerized.
Yeah, she used to have to flip it around though.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the OG days, I had a Wheel of Fortune board game that was
Maybe there are
really fun.
green dice
Actually,
in here. You need to switch them out for a blue set.
I
with
think
the
someone
TARDIS.
switched it out, the blue dice, because they wanted the blue
Maybe.
dice, and so I think
Maybe.
that's what happened.
what the heck? What a bunch of losers!
I've never watched Doctor Who, but I like the aesthetic
That's
of
a
the
shame on you.
TARDIS. I had like a little booklet for Doctor Who. It was the most random thing that my grandma got me. That's how I knew about Doctor Who. I had a little bit of 3D things that I could build out of it, like a mask, and it was robotic, and it was cool.
Pink and
Yeah.
pretty.
I know a bit about Doctor Who. I've considered watching it. It's just I'm one of those completionist type people where like I have to start from the beginning if I'm gonna watch it, and that's a lot.
Oh yeah, and I watched it with my dad as a kid, so I'm a huge Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
I love
Sasha and I, we don't watch TV.
It is Doctor Who. From what I know of it, what I've seen of it, it is great. I love David Tennant first off. So
Yeah.
We're almost to Matt Smith, so
Yeah, we watch about one episode a night, and that's about it.
okay.
Yeah.
we're working our way.
It was funny the other day. We started this Christmas episode, or I think it was a Christmas episode, but it had the Titanic in it. It wasn't the actual Titanic. It was like a space Titanic. And Andy starts it out with, "Oh, this is going to be a fun episode," and then all the fun people started dying. And I'm literally crying at the end of this because it was so sad, because this one girl who wanted to go with Doc because he was without a companion in that particular episode, and she was like, "I'm gonna be your companion, I'm gonna go to space," and she was like a poor lady, and then she died, and he was like, "You're Stardust now," and I'm sitting there crying at 10 o'clock at night, and I'm just like, "This is not a fun episode. Why did you show me this?"
It's great. We gotta go in order.
Because we gotta go in order.
So I say you knew what was coming then.
Yeah.
This guy, this evil man.
All right, you got one more thing.
Show
to
us your last
us,
item,
Gotcha.
evil man.
See, I really like this.
And I do bigger flags too, but they usually make them and then they're sold usually.
See, if you're not into bowls, if you're not into bottle openers, if you don't play D&D and you don't like the interest of the dice boxes, if you got a wall that's got an empty spot at home, and you're like, man, I could put some wood there, go to Ande Goodman, Dwarven Workshop, online, offline, right here at Mulhay Mall. Be there or be square, baby girl, or you're going to have naked walls, and nobody likes naked walls.
likes naked
You ever look at it? Look at this wall. Damn.
Well, and I'll have
Look at that
some,
wall.
I'll have some bigger pieces like
Dang.
coffee tables and nightstands and other stuff in here too.
Well, I was looking. There's a bookshelf right there. Did
Yeah.
you make that?
I did not. I
Okay.
kind of borrowed it.
Okay. Borrowed it.
Yeah.
Borrowed it.
That kind of borrowed or actually borrowed?
I borrowed it from the basement here.
Okay.
Can we go to the basement today? Do you have time to show us the basement?
All right, is that allowed?
I so want to look.
I don't think it is. He seems a little bit like.
He is not saying anything on this recording. We will talk about it.
And
There's a lot of stuff
children
going on right
fighting
now. I'm
outside.
just gonna talk
Fighting
over
outside.
them.
Oh,
I'm just
they-
gonna.
assault right in front of our.
It just
Huh.
they're laughing. It's fine.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is just
Merle Mall, man.
ruffian shenanigans.
At least they're here, right? So the mall don't die.
Yeah. True. True. Hey, that's a good
Go
point.
buy some stuff, sir.
They're not on their screens all the time. They're out in public. It's
Yeah,
fine. Like
yeah.
the
They're
kids are
enjoying the
doing what they're
moment
Silver
with
linings,
each other,
silver linings.
kicking one another on the ground.
No, no one
Beating
died.
the crap out of each other. Is there blood?
He is kind of sitting there for. Okay, he's good. He's up. He stood back up.
He's out of here.
It's like the mom in me is like, are you really okay? I was on my way to therapy the other day, and it was right as school was getting out, and there was this kid looking sad on the corner, and I had to turn around and be like, are you okay, little child? Yeah, do you know where my friend lives? No, I'm sorry, I don't know where your friend lives, and I can't hear him, and I'm like, just get a little closer in my car, and I'm like, I just probably sound like a kidnapper. I just wanted to make sure the little boy was okay. At least I wasn't in the
back
van.
here.
So Andy has 2 vans, and one of them is a white windowless van, and the other one is like a black van, but
What's
it's
the white
creepy.
windowless van for?
Work.
Yeah.
Do you have 2 vans for work?
Yeah.
Well, the one van probably doesn't run anymore because it has not been turned on in several, I think a couple of years now.
I'll come take a look.
What are
at
the
it.
odds of you renting out this windowless white van?
For what purpose?
For podcasting?
Sime
purposes.
is in love with the idea of us traveling sometimes.
What about a black van? I want to keep the white one.
I'd be more
I
so
don't-
in love with the black van.
Well, here's the thing with the black van though, is that it is MacGyvered a lot, and so originally it was supposed to be a camping van. So it's insulated on the inside, and there's the forbidden cotton candy sticking out of it.
Oh.
And then also there's something with the engine, so like you have to turn the key, and then there's this like button on the
The
bottom.
guy rigged it before I bought it, and so the starter went out, so he just rigged a button to push.
And, like,
so you turn the key and push a button, and it starts.
I have a phrase, but I don't want
Year,
to say
make,
it
and model.
because I don't think Nana would appreciate the phrase I use to describe how you
Nana's
start
an
the van.
adult.
Shit
What's up?
box?
Okay, well, no, I say that you have to turn the key, you have to flick the clit, you
Oh,
have
okay.
to, you have to press the
yeah.
pedals, and sorry, Nana.
That's
I
all
don't know
right.
about that one. You're cool. You're cool.
So that's why I don't know if Isaac would like to borrow the van because it is very complicated to start. Not that he
See,
could not find the van's clit, but
The goal of one of our goals is to have a van that's like too many words in New York, But I don't know, pushing that van in New York doesn't sound.
It might get you there.
It might get. Can we get back?
Maybe. Probably not. But
I
but
think
yeah.
that the white van could make it. You'd have to figure out though how, because I mean it's only got the 2 seats up front, so
Yeah.
you'd have to put Sime in the back. If
it
he-
can just be the bowling ball in the back
I
seat.
mean,
It's fine.
It's no big deal. It's just that, we are looking for a van for transport, but Jordan and I have also talked about, like, we could just drive there with one of our own cars because, like, the way I saw it when Simon was explaining it was that we could do podcasts in the van. But he's like, no, we could do it outside the van. And it's like, well, we could just
Rent a
drive
trailer.
there in our own cars and do a podcast at that destination episode,
Yeah.
But it's a whole thing. Like, we want to eventually get a vehicle that's got a wrap on it, Scald Stone Productions, Too Many Words podcast.
This one even has an outlet on the back outside, so you can plug stuff in.
What is the year, make, and model of that black van?
2000
Is it a 2000?
2000
Dodge.
That's
It's a
pretty old.
Dodge.
Dodge Ram.
Dodge? Okay.
Dodge Ram. Wait, a Dodge Ram?
Dodge Ram
Apparently
van.
it was like a truck
Excuse me?
engine.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
A lot of them.
It's called a 2000. It's a Dodge Ram van, is what it is.
2000
I know what you're talking about.
Dodge Ram van.
It kind of
Excuse
looks
me?
like that van from the first Home Alone that almost runs over Macaulay
It was
Culkin.
white at one point, and then it got spray painted multiple colors, and
Does
then
it look
spray
like
painted.
Yes, that is the van.
it
Except
have-
it doesn't have windows.
Does not have windows?
It does not have
In the
windows.
back, it does.
Well, yeah, in the back it does,
Wait,
but
the-
not on the sides.
The black one or the white one?
Both.
Both of them.
Oh.
You know, he goes and picks up my son from school a lot of times in the white van.
This is so cute. I
And
like
so
it.
he like, hey, Paul, come and get this candy out of my van. And so he always Snapchats me, and Paul's got his candy. He's like, I got it in the van.
What year is your white one? The one that you like?
2005.
5?
2005.
Okay. See, when it comes to those just vans, none of them have really been unreliable per se. Like, sure, they always have their
se.
issues because they're pretty cheaply built, but like, I don't know. They usually put decently reliable engines because they're supposed to last a long time, go
Far
thousands of
trips.
miles, long trips.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
But anyways, we never really got to Fancers, and I am ashamed.
Oh yeah, we kind of did skip over that, didn't we?
Yeah. We are such a bad podcast, but
It's okay.
we
They love
eventually
us
get to
regardless.
it. We get to it. They love us in every little flaw that we have. But
I
yeah,
remembered
let's get
which
to the
one it is
post. Simple question for my friends: what is your favorite holiday? What is your guys' favorite holiday?
I think I did comment on it.
Yeah, you did.
Mine is Thanksgiving because I like to eat.
Wonderful. And
4th of July.
really?
4th of July is a good one.
Why? Do you make a lot of money that day?
No.
No?
He likes fireworks, and he's a veteran, and so he's very proud of,
Explosives.
Right, yeah.
having served his country.
Yeah.
and-
Well,
You were a
It's my-
pastor in.
I don't appreciate always Christmas and Thanksgiving because, when you go 19 places in one holiday as a kid.
Oh,
That
yeah,
does stress.
And so I always liked 4th of July because we'd go and
It was one of the lesser holidays, so there wasn't the split custody thing, and having to go over to mom's house from this time to this time, and then to dad's house at this time to this time. And
I
having to
fully
fit
understand that.
in, grandma.
I think Jordan does
auntie.
too.
And so 4th of July was one holiday, one time, and we just enjoy ourselves. And it was actually when my brother and sister and everybody wasn't yelling and screaming because they didn't, And we'd get somewhere and we'd just sit down and enjoy it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I'm
You
ready
guys
to
doing
work on
anything
4th
for
of
St.
July.
Patrick's Day?
I am running the 5K in the St. Patrick's Day race tomorrow.
You monster.
They have a half marathon and a full marathon, so I'm just doing the 5K, trying to mentally prepare, decide if I want to do White Rock again this year. So White Rock is in July, and I'll talk about that. I can go on a tangent, but for St. Patrick's Day, I am doing the 5K race downtown Des Moines tomorrow.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
You do anything for St. Patrick's Day?
Nothing fancy.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
gonna
probably
be
not doing
here.
anything either.
Working.
I have this cool
that wood.
hatch that I wear for St. Patrick's Day.
So no one pinches you?
No, it's this gold-plated hat that says Lucky on it. Yeah, I wore it in middle school. People were jealous of it.
I saw someone else wearing that same hat the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Son of a gun. They must have went to Spencer's 10 years ago.
I have a funny St. Patrick's Day story. I just got reminded
yeah?
of it. So, the stupidest reason I ever called out of work was because it was St. Patrick's Day and I didn't have anything green to wear. In my defense, I did work at a daycare, and so, I was definitely going to punch a little kid who pinched me because I didn't have anything green. I was also, dealing with postpartum depression, and I was getting evicted at the same time, and so, I was
That's a lot.
not having it. But
You know,
that is officially
yeah.
the stupidest reason I ever called out of work was because I didn't have anything green to wear on St. Patrick's Day.
Good job.
The straw that broke the camel's back,
Mm-hmm.
a child.
It's like, if any of these West Des Moines spoiled children pinch me, I am going to sock a child, and I need this job.
So, Kelly says Christmas. Derek says
Real quick. Before he goes on. Way too many people said my birthday on this. Your birthday is not a holiday.
I've only seen one
I
person
agree.
say my
I
birthday.
saw like 6.
It's a special
Did
day
you share
for
the post and they
but yeah,
commented
it's
on
not
it
a
yet?
I don't
holiday.
think so.
Unless your birthday is a holiday. Like,
I think
Unless
I
your
only,
birthday lands on a holiday, but
Well, my son and my ex-husband's birthday falls on a holiday sometimes. It sometimes falls on Thanksgiving.
Derek says my birthday. He says Christmas is a close second. Labor Day after that. Your mother says my birthday. My Nana says Passover. I say Halloween. My mother says Super Bowl.
that's also not a holiday.
That is a holiday, damn it.
Nope.
Yep.
it's kind of been made a holiday.
I mean, it
It is
has,
a
but I still
party harder on 4th of June, not 4th of June. I party harder on the Super Bowl than almost any other holiday, okay? The only thing that's bigger in the year is Christmas. And I don't even like Thanksgiving all that much. Sorry.
You're okay.
But yeah, I used to party hard on 4th of July.
Party hardy.
But
How long's the Super Bowl been around? 70 years?
Around 45 to 47? What number was it
well,
this past
they
year?
count them.
They count them, yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like
58.
Okay, 58.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was in the 40s too, so.
Yeah.
How many years does it need to happen to be a holiday?
Something that also should be a holiday is WrestleMania weekend.
I
Just saying.
Nope.
And then Deb Baker Belcher says Christmas. I expected a little bit more comments under
No,
this
I did
one.
too. Don't forget though, it is early.
It is. It is a short week for our recording. Last
We
time
are
we
like
recorded
3 days
was
early.
Monday. And yeah. With that said, that has been Fancers. Accidentally at the ass end of this episode. Guys, what's the question for this episode? What are we asking the fans this week?
I have a couple questions for Andy when we get a moment, but I don't remember if I asked him on his last episode or
Simple
not, but I'm going to ask him again.
Question for my friends.
I mean, I've got one, but it's kind of inappropriate. Not really, like, inappropriate. Because we were talking about it earlier, and you were like, oh, I want to get all this out now, or is this gold? And it was a story about how I pooped my pants during a run. So maybe we should ask, like, have you ever pooped your pants as an adult?
I don't know that people are going to honestly admit it.
That is also a thing. Is that
I don't know.
am
Can
I
we
off?
do-
What
have admitted
is
to
the
a lot of things.
strangest place you've used the restroom in?
Okay, yeah. Strangest
What
place you've ever used
is
the restroom.
the oddest
Strangest place you've gone to the restroom?
place
Released your
you've
bowels.
used as a bathroom? Is that appropriate?
Sure.
Yes, but you need to put a question mark at the end for it to be grammatically correct.
True. Yeah. We pride ourselves on grammatic
Isaac does.
correction.
I talk like a small town child.
I type like one. I type like I got 2 fat thumbs.
All right. Cool.
I can
Hopefully
relate to
we get
that
some
one.
cool stories there.
So yeah, for anyone who is curious about that story, so as a runner, if you know any runners, we talk about poop a lot. And there was one time that I was on a long run,
No,
and I
there's-
had to
there's
use the
some at my
restroom.
house.
And so I was on my way to a public restroom, and unfortunately the poop could sense the proximity, and I just couldn't hold it. And so I'm downtown by Blaze Pizza, and I'm leaning up against this tree, actively pooping my pants, and this car pulls up, and these guys start catcalling me, and while I'm actively
Could
pooping
you
my
imagine?
pants. And so I
life of a woman.
eventually shoo them away, and I waddle over to the bathroom, and I'm like, well, I still have to get home. So I ditched my underwear in that bathroom, and I finished the run home. And now that I think about it, I think I'm wearing the same shorts that I was wearing that day. Just
Wow. You've cleaned them since. I can
obvious,
tell.
yes,
I can tell.
cleaned them. The shorts didn't have any poop in
It
them.
smells
It was just the underwear.
pretty all right in here.
It was just the underwear. And those got ditched. I'm sorry to the janitorial person who had to clean that up. I tried to like wrap it in a paper towel and get it like in the trash can.
Well, I guess if we're talking about pooping ourselves stories, I guess I'll finally share this one on the podcast. I was 13. It's the last time I ever pooped myself. So my family, we were going camping, and we had made a stop at Walmart. This was during my Nintendo DS era. I didn't want to go into Walmart. I wanted to stay in the car and play on my Nintendo DS because Luigi was playing poker with me, okay?
Makes sense.
Just makes sense.
It's got that new plastic smell.
I was there.
Yeah, it was also sticky. I was like,
I
why
was
is
with
it
my
sticky?
dog that is not with us anymore. His name is Buddy.
May he rest in
We
peace.
lost him in 2016, 17. I feel a disturbance in the force. And I'm like, I can hold it. It's no big deal. I got this. And then it became not okay. I'm like, oh no. Because as a child, as a 13-year-old who has a crazy mother, a lot of you know, listening, knows that I have a crazy mother. The nightmare that I envisioned
Careful, Isaac, she
was...
might comment on this, be like, this is disgraceful.
The nightmare that I envisioned was I go inside like a normal person and go and use the bathroom. The fear is my family comes back to the car at the same time and they're like, where's my son? My mom calls the police. Don't want to do that. Because my mom immediately thinks of the worst situation. Like, she'll tell me today, you could have just gone inside and used the bathroom. No, you are not that rational, mother. I am sorry. But you would not think that easily in that situation. You would definitely get pissed off, maybe yell at a stranger or two, and then call the police. So,
You know, when he first told me the story, we were like, there's no way your mom would have reacted that irrationally. It would have been fine. Knowing her now, he's entirely right.
I love you, Mom. But
We
that's
all
just
love
not
you,
what
Jess.
would have happened. They were in this Walmart for like 2 hours. It was ridiculous. I could not wait them out.
You're sitting there sweating.
And I am struggling. And I move myself to the trunk area of the SUV that we are in. So I'm like laid down. I'm not sitting anymore. So I'm not scrunching on any area. I'm stretched out. The poop was too thin. It was too thin. Mission failed. I too had to throw away my underwear in the Walmart. My mom walked me to the women's restroom, cleaned me with baby wipes, and threw away that underwear. There was a few drips from the car to the bathroom
No.
throughout Walmart. It was just that bad. Honestly, I've seen too many podcasts share poop stories, and we finally hit it after, what is this, 83?
Look, man,
84?
everybody poops.
84 episodes.
Everybody poops.
I finally share a poop story. Sorry.
Everybody does poop. That is a true statement. Everybody poops.
But, hey, what are some questions that you have for Andy before we get out of here?
Andy, where do you source your wood from? I feel like I did ask you that one the last
did.
time, but
It
I'm
depends.
asking you again.
Some exotics, I go to Woodsmith. They've moved locations. They're now over there by Fresh Time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If I have a customer who needs a specific wood I don't have, then I'll go there. Otherwise, I get random people to call me and be like, "Hey, buy my whole barn full of wood." And sometimes
That's pretty cool.
Sometimes it's like I want to buy it, but then I don't have all the space, and
Yeah, our backyard is currently very filled with wood.
Nice.
Slowly trying to clean it out.
I mean, my grandma can relate to that one a little too much. I think I also mentioned this the last episode. My grandpa has a firewood business, and the backyard is his workshop, if you will. It's his storage space, and yeah, firewood everywhere.
Yeah.
Second question: where do you source your dice from?
different places.
Okay, I didn't know if you'd want to answer that one or not. To be honest with you, so feel comfortable to not answer that if you don't want to. But.
I have made some. They don't always turn out that great because the mold's kind of be iffy. But yet, when you make them yourself, you have to charge more. So I outsource where I get them from.
Yeah. Hey, Amazon, you can get a lot of dice for really cheap.
Or other places that are local.
Yeah,
Just
that too.
Just depends what my
Current needs are.
Yes.
Needs.
If I need them faster, I try to find them in a faster way. If I know that I'm going to need them a lot less needy, then I can. And you got to weigh your
with
cost
people,
ratio too, because you don't want it to be too high, because then you don't make any money. And I mean, you got to look at Chessex. They're $15 to $18, $20 a dice set.
There's a new company kind of on the market. I've been seeing them all over TikTok. I bought one of their DM screens, and
Is that the one with the backpack?
With the backpack.
It's like a shoulder holster DM screen. It's made of.
Not that I'm aware of.
I see that one on TikTok a lot. It comes in like a sleeve, and it's like bronze.
Ours came in a sleeve, or I should say mine. But let's see. I get CZYY.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
They also make a miniature dice collection too that fits in a medallion.
Yeah.
Watch.
I've seen that. They also have the revolver cylinder.
Those are amazing looking.
I want one so bad. They're
$70.
very expensive though. Their DM screen was kind of expensive too, but that one was one I actually needed. So, and it's very nice. I got the one with the Kraken and like a Fulu on it. So
I've made some DM screens too, but they're more customizable.
Like a wooden one.
Yeah, I need to make them where they're not. So they can be customized.
Generic ones,
Yeah, I
yeah.
need to make some generic ones too, because then I can have them in here.
Shout out to Caleb Coho for following us on TikTok, by the way.
Nice.
Do you know who Caleb Coho is?
Yeah, he was at the event.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful man. Anyways, my boy Casey, he's another one of our DMs, another friend of mine, he got a custom-made wooden DM screen that's on another level. It's like, inlaid. It's got his name engraved on it. It is wild. I don't know how much he spent on it, but it was probably worth it.
I can.
That's
Sure,
not a
it's
question,
probably
sir.
something you could definitely mimic.
These are statements.
I already asked a question.
Okay.
But yeah,
So there's
I do
something.
want to make more D&D related items in here. I want to get some of my gaming coffee tables in here at least.
Which reminds me. Someday, I might come to you about that. I've told you about that before, I think, but someday.
If you do a D&D table, we will invest immediately. As a friend group, we will freaking pool.
See,
that.
we just want one with a TV in it. That's our biggest problem.
That's the problem with the TV ones, though. I need to know what TV you're putting in.
Yeah.
So you can
'Cause
measure it. If you have the TV, then,
That changes
BYO
things.
TV.
Yeah. One more thing I just want to talk about is keychains.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. You have any updates for that?
I have your initial design done for the ones, and then I did a design for the bottle opener, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to have those
Here.
here? Sick. Sick. That's going to be cool. I'm very excited to see what
We are
those...
forever appreciative of you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, like we keep saying that we don't make money as a podcast, but we get to do cool stuff.
For free.
Without you, we would not be doing as much cool stuff. Okay, and
Yes.
I'm 100% serious. You are the accidental person that I've fallen in love with and did not expect it to.
That's great.
Like when I started the
good.
podcast, I'm like, can't wait to get Ande Goodman on this podcast. It kind of just happens, and that's just the magic of having a podcast. You know, you run
You
into
meet
people
some
that are
amazing
really
people
cool, and you become friends with
like
people
you.
that you didn't think you'd be friends with.
Well, we can have a great straight mance if that.
I mean, I also
A bromance. I think there's nothing wrong with the term bromance, okay?
I also accidentally fell in love with him, and
Let's see.
we'll see how that worked.
Hey, we might get married. We might get married, Andy.
I mean,
Mormons do it.
Usually that's what...
Tasha, you want to be sister wives with me?
I used to be polyamorous, so I'm not unfamiliar with that type of situation.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to my girlfriend. You talk to your girlfriend. We'll take care of this.
I don't know. What's your girlfriend look like?
She's hot.
I take your word for it.
She's not goth, but she's hot.
I mean,
Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to cover, Isaac?
How are you doing?
With
Life. How are you today?
What is your current feeling? Don't have to get too deep with it.
I have a lot of feelings all in one moment, so I don't know that I can actually answer
You
that.
give me mixed feelings too, Andy. Don't worry. How about you, Tasha? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today, except I'm not doing pretty good today.
Ouch.
I am really nervous. So my ex-husband, our divorce was really amicable, and him and I are still great friends. And he is the father to my older son, Paul. Unfortunately, he had a pretty bad heart attack last Saturday, and he, as we speak, is having triple bypass surgery.
That's scary.
It is
It
very
really
scary. And I'm not meaning this to bash him, but he doesn't take very good care of himself. He doesn't eat very healthy. He doesn't. Last I knew, he had picked up smoking again, which is not healthy.
What's wrong with smoking?
You have heart attacks. That's what's wrong with smoking. He had 5 blockages and, like I said, triple bypass.
It's not triple. It's
Well,
quadruple.
he's having at least a triple bypass, and
Ouch.
so I think they took him back about 1 o'clock, and they said it would take about 4 to 6 hours to.
Oh.
And of course, there's always that worry in the back of my head that he's not going to make
expected
it,
more than
and I'm
that.
going to, not only lose a friend of mine, I'm also going to lose Paul's dad, and that he won't have his father ever again, and that breaks my heart. And
Yeah, in that perspective, yeah, that does suck.
of course, there's like the 3 to 6 months of recovery after that. We have to make sure he doesn't get an infection, and that's hard for him too because he's a bigger gentleman. And as we mentioned with Jordan over there, you got to make sure you keep stuff clean, and it's hard to keep stuff clean when you're a bigger gentleman, and and also the income aspect of it. He was literally moving into an apartment when he had the heart attack, and so he's got to figure out. I mean, there's so many questions, and so I'm worried for him, and that does weigh heavy on my mind. But in my life, there's not a lot of like crazy things going on. So,
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So, we forgetting anything?
I don't think so. I mean, unless there's anything else that you guys want to talk about. Anything more that you want to cover about what you're doing, what you're
What
I mean,
I'm
it's
about,
it's
what I'm wearing.
3:13, and
Sure.
we gotta.
Oh my gosh, it is 3:13, isn't it?
Well, would you look at that?
We got less than 2 hours, so we got to be at D&D, and we got to fully prepare for a
Andrew
podcast
coulda
on
made
Saturday.
It. He could have made it.
Yeah, you could have made
Yeah,
it
I
for the
could have
second
made it.
half.
Like
I said,
he got to Grimes like 14 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He could have gotten here right at the ass end.
Mm-hmm.
Been like, "Hi guys, what's up?"
Made a guest appearance.
Made a guest appearance, a cameo, if
Anyways,
you will.
1, 2, 3, amen.
Amen on or who or what do you make this podcast episode?
Oh,
after?
Yeah.
Did we do side quests?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Oh, did we do?
That was
did I miss
that was
that?
a segment we dedicated to you.
Yeah, learn about you a little
All
bit
right,
more.
I
Is
must
there
have
something
been-
else you wanted to mention?
No.
Okay.
Who or what do you dedicate this podcast episode to?
This podcast episode goes out to oak trees.
All right. Andy, what do you...
I'll dedicate it to the
Dedicated
shop.
Yeah, the new Dwarven Workshop located at Mulheim Mall. Get there, baby girl.
This is the dwarven word.
Yeah, if it opens April.
August.
April, I get those switched a lot.
2020.
Please don't, dear God, don't wait till August to come here. Go April 1st, hard opening.
Well,
Please.
isn't this going to come out on the 30th? So in 2 days, come here.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
What do you
yes.
dedicate this episode out to, Tasha?
Well, last time Andy dedicated it to our daughter Penelope, and so I'm going to dedicate it to my son Paul because he needs some love too.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm going to dedicate the podcast episode out to how smooth this bowl is.
He really likes it.
He's been caressing it for hours.
You know,
Yeah, y'all
somebody-
should have seen me before we turned the cameras on.
All right.
The person who buys that bowl is gonna like watch this on YouTube and be like, he was feeling up my bowl.
Yeah.
He
And
was
guess
filling
what?
up
If
my
this
bowl.
podcast becomes like really big, you're gonna be honored to buy the. You're gonna upcharge. This bowl is gonna be more than your other bowls.
Get the
because
label
I've touched
picture.
it
We're
so
gonna,
much.
as seen on the Too Many Birds.
Yeah, as seen on Too Many Words podcast bowl. Yeah.
Andy, who or what do you make this podcast episode out
He already
to?
did.
Oh, you did?
The shop,
Sorry.
man.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You went after me.
Yeah.
For some reason,
And
I
so
seem to have
that has
skipped over
been
you.
episode 84. 84. You know, remember when Andy said that we were a legit podcast after 75 episodes?
Ultra legit.
Oh.
That was
Amen
almost
on
10
three?
episodes ago. What? Amen on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Amen.
Amen.